Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It is another Tuesday night, the 25th of February, this time for episode 171 of So What's Been Happening. This is an exciting one. These boys are social media geniuses, mate. They promote themselves beautifully. It's all part of the game these days. The Versace boys, what a cracking name, too. I came across these boys recently, actually, and put them on my list to hit up, and I was rapt when the boys jumped back and they said, we're in. So fantastic to have a chat to these boys in a second. Versace boys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the first song that I found online that I just could not stop laughing. This was just, the boys just take the piss absolutely beautifully and enjoy and love it. Love music, love playing it. And God, this must have been fun. Here it is. It's vegan. I'm going to cut it off right at the end. You need to jump online and see what happens right at the end. Boys, this is killer. I absolutely love. Talk about never grow up. This is how life should be, boys. All right, we're going to bring him up for a chat. Welcome.
Hi
Welcome,
everyone.
Coach.
Hey
How
Aaron.
are you, man?
Good, thank you. How are you going?
Thanks for joining me, mate, on episode 171 of So What's Been Happening. What an exciting time to release music.
Absolutely. We're having a lot of fun, me and Will, in the studio. This is where we make our music, and yeah, it's been a real fun journey so far. Here's Willie.
Well, speaking of growing up, it looks like Will's grown up a little. What's going on, Will?
And
And your little inclusion into the family.
That's right. No one knows yet. Don't tell anyone.
Or you found a baby for the night. Who knows?
I think I just found a baby.
Could all be
Yeah.
part of the show. Who knows? Let's find out.
Please.
Boys, thanks for joining me. Just to do me a favor, introduce yourselves to everyone out there.
Hey guys, I'm Will. My name's Will Henderson.
I'm Alex Coasty, and we're Versace boys.
Yeah, we're in our studio in this soggy bottom studios that got flooded back in the last big floods in Mullumbimby.
Yeah, right. It's a warm one down in Melbourne tonight, 28 degrees kind of still, and a little bit warm and sticky. So I know how you guys feel right now, but thanks for joining me.
Yeah, totally. We've actually been playing a bit more down there. It's a great place.
Great.
That's
Mate,
Will's-
tell us a little bit about where it all kicked off for you guys. Versace boys, obviously you playing a bit of music before then, and you've got your own little solo music as well. But just tell us a little bit about kind of where music maybe first capture you, not before, say before the Versace brothers. Where did it first kind of capture? What's your first earliest memory of music? What was playing?
When did it first get me? I remember when I was 13 at Woodford Folk Festival, and I danced. Like I remember, I learned how to dance, like just sort of let go and like actually just be really enjoying myself. I kind of like lost myself and like fully just experienced like a super crazy high of like ecstasy. I was like, wow, you can just get that high. Like I was too young to have drugs or whatever.
Yep.
And but yeah, it's still one of the most incredible, like uplifting highs. And I was like, wow, I just got that from listening to music that's great and dancing. I want to be able to do that for a job,
Perfect. What about you, Alex?
Or listening to Bill Withers cleaning out the house, and
Yeah.
dancing around to it as we're cleaning the house, me and my mom and sister, and basically like Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls.
Oh yeah.
Those are the three albums playing in the car, and in the in the car, like in the house, and that just made me fall in love with music.
Hell yeah. Spice Girls, big for me too.
Yeah. What was the Bill Withers song in particular? Was there one?
I like the Until You Use Me Up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the first songs I ever sung. Yeah.
Very cool. So you can definitely feel that vibes, all those vibes actually through your music. And you can
Spice Girls.
a little bit of Spice Girls in there for sure. But you've got a real mix in amongst the music you're playing. And so Versace boys, when did that kind of kick off?
We were introduced by a friend of a friend at a Sticky Fingers concert in Berlin,
Germany.
Yeah, in Germany. That's where I was living for 10 years, and his partner was from Berlin. And yeah, we just hit it off. He came back to one of my gigs that I was playing after the concert, really late, in this old Artistania like place with all these crazy um sort of weird contraptions and artworks. And yeah, it was very fun. It was jamming with us, and then we went to heaps of jams together and started writing together over there.
Very cool. And was there one kind of act or someone on stage you guys saw that thought, mate, we need to steal a few of these vibes. This is us. What was it for you guys?
uh Recently, the one that blew me out, I know you go first. I just thought,
Uh, well, I just really like sort of like soul and hip hop and R&B. Um, so and I just like collaborating and making music and experimenting. So I didn't
who did you
really
see
care.
that blew you up? Like you were like, whoa, I got to do that.
I'm not sure. There's a lot of them. Probably my friend Joe Mongovan. I was like, damn, I want to play guitar and make music now.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I saw.
That's-
I was at a party in the Paddock last year, and I saw this band called Battlesnake, and that I was like, whoa, like that is so next level. They were literally like triple shredding, wearing the most sickest outfits, like everyone crowd surfing. This dude was climbing the scaffolding, like while there's fireworks and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's the level.
Yeah, it's definitely a whole show for you guys. It's not just the music that gets played underneath. It's you guys are absolute performers, and I'm sure the crowd. Well, from all the footage I've seen, I haven't got to see you guys live yet, but in all the footage I've seen, everyone is just having a good time, and that needs to happen more in life. So thank you for doing that, boys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's kind of what we try to do. Try to make people just have a smile or whatever.
We've been really spoiled this past year. Yeah,
Yeah.
playing lots of really big festivals and getting people really happy. It's been a dream. It's awesome.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had pretty good feedback.
You might call it spoiled. I say you make your own luck sometimes. You guys are putting in the work. I believe you guys used to just put it together and jam at markets and all sorts of stuff and put tunes together. And it's an endless journey of putting together tracks. So it's, I'm just going to play a little snippet of the latest track you're just releasing called Vape Lord. It's just a little bit behind the scenes, but it's such a great piss take for where life is at the moment.
Valentine.
In hospitals.
I reckon I've almost seen a little sneaky vapor in a hospital too. So
I like. Did you see that the viral video of the judge that smashed it in court?
no, I didn't actually. But
She
it was
got-
on it. It
she
was
got-
even one of the coaches at the Australian Open who was sitting courtside for the first time on the court was having a little cheeky vape. So it's pretty crazy.
I love
Pretty
how everyone
crazy.
tries to get around it in like the the old try to get around the bouncer kind of vibes.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit, and we're going to play a little bit of Lit to give Will a little break there. Bit of airtime. All right, here we go with Lit. Oh, that is legendary.
That was so much fun watching it again.
Not only is the music just great and catchy, it's what's behind the scenes that make these visuals incredible for you guys. Mate, tell us about how much fun that is to put together. Obviously, that you fall in love with the track as you're producing it and putting it together, but to then go and put a visual or a clip to it, so important in today's world, mate. How much fun is it to put together something like that?
Well, yeah, I want to shout out Sophie and Gabs from Hot Mess. We teamed up with them to make this music video, and it was really fun. We had the first meeting and sort of came up with some of the concepts with the dog, and then like they came up with so much cool stuff, all the props, and we just went into this like dungeon to film it with this videographer. It was really fun. Yeah. It
What's
took up the whole day.
Yeah, what's the length of time to kind of put together something like that?
Probably like I think we started at 9 a.m. and then headed home around 8 p.m.
Yeah, right. Big day. Yeah.
Big day.
And then plenty of post editing, no doubt.
Yeah, and a little bit of like just chops and changes and drafts.
Yep.
Yeah. But most of it was just filmed just there, and we figured it all out then and there.
Yeah, it's no surprise. Like the quality's insane. Of the yeah, and that's kind of what you need these days in a world where you absorb 15 seconds at a time, realistically, maybe 30 if you've got someone's attention. That chop and change is kind of so important. But the visuals, you just never stop to take a breath. It kind of feels on these songs, which is really cool. But there's lots of light and shade in some of your other songs, I must admit, though. So tell us a little bit about kind of in respect of the music and the instruments and stuff. What kind of gripped you first, and has that always been what you've played, or have you did play a few different things?
I think piano really gripped me when I was about 6. I was playing on this Casio keyboard that had all these like effects. I had violin and different synths and like normal piano, and then you could pair the sounds together. And I would just sit there for hours, like playing myself into a meditation. It was like hitting all the wrong notes. I didn't really care. I just really liked the sound of it, and I'd sit there. I wasn't very social person, so I just liked to play by myself a lot. And then guitar became one of those things that also I could play a lot by myself and just feel like meditative and like healed and relaxed from it, because I'm kind of an anxious person.
Yeah,
So
it's so your
music.
songwriting process now for you. Where do you start? Is it lyrics? Is it a tune? What is it?
I'll always start with like a synth or a
Yep.
beat, like one of the two, and just have it on a loop until like I feel something like sparkle. And once the beat comes in, then like everything sort of layers around it.
Yep.
Is this live writing?
Yeah, this is like writing, not on live, but just like through your process, like in the studio.
Yeah, I was just
personal.
touching. I'll grab you in a sec on that one. We might move to the next song. We just played Lit, and I was talking about the clips and how much fun they are to film.
Yeah.
But the visual component, is all hugely part of life these days in a world that we absorb 15 to 30 seconds of anything at a moment.
Totally.
If you're lucky, a little bit more, but you guys just do it beautifully. Like 3-4 minutes captures by beautifully, and you've nailed me for the whole lot. Rocking
Yeah.
along
It's
in the
tough to
beat.
do it.
It is absolutely. But
Well,
we're going to play a little bit of Nails. All right. So
Oh, yeah.
let's rock a little bit of that just to change it up a bit. These songs are impossible to stop and cut early. You got to play the lot. There's so much going on and happening, boys.
5 minutes as well.
This is cool, man. Yeah, 5 minutes, man. Just shot past again. It's
Yeah,
it's great.
that
Tell us a
one.
little bit about Nails, man.
We were busking at the Byron Bay market, and a chick was doing her nails, and we just freestyled the whole thing. And then we started playing it heaps at gigs. Yeah, I mean,
And we like being a little bit flamboyant from time to time too.
yeah. It started. You actually, ever since that, you've been getting manicures and pedicures like all the time.
Ever since then,
He's like fully into it.
I'm a
Gotta keep it up
nail.
now.
I
Yeah.
like going to the parlors now.
Yeah, he's converted to the parlors.
I'm definitely getting my toes scraped from their skin.
Yes.
He's
Most
dropping.
ugly colors on my toenails ever. It feels amazing. Feel like a king.
It was pretty cool. Like
Ah.
we recorded it with Miggy, and that for whenever we have an idea and we put it down with one of our producers that we work with, Miggy, it forces us to like write actual verses to it, because we normally just make them up, which can be good too, but it's good to solidify things.
Yeah.
And that one went pretty well. Like it's a 5-minute song, which is super unconventional. But we got like a big Google ad this year with it, and the Melbourne Queer Festival asked to use it, but we couldn't because of Google. And we got like we did collabs with like nail brands,
Sure.
really cool nail brands and nail parlors and stuff like that. Oh, and we actually just did a collab with a t-shirt company in Byron Bay. Called Dr. Moose, and they
Hopefully getting a nice little discount every time you go in there.
well, they actually give us these for free, and then we like advertise them and Dr. Moose, and then we give them away and just try to spread the word of us and Dr. Moose and nails getting beautiful.
Yeah, perfect. One thing you guys are, I think, the kings of, one of the best I've seen bands locally out there at the moment, is the king of collabs. You love your collaborations. I can see why the brands come to you and attracted to you. So much fun and just a great, a fun story. Great to be part of. Okay, some of your lyrics, out there and questioned as far as what the topics are and all that. But mate, it's part of the world. You're documenting where life is right now.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. And also, like, most mainstream artists that we listen to are way more gnarly than us. Like,
Oh,
we
for sure.
are so tame compared to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah,
what
I think
those
Australian society is quite conservative in that respect. So, and
Yeah,
especially if we
definitely.
live in the country, man, like we've been kicked out of almost all of the venues around here because they're like, man, you can't say that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, all I listen to on the radio is stuff worse than this. Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
absolutely. Absolutely. And let's face it, there's actually little swearing in a lot of your tunes, if that's what pubs and stuff are worrying about. I mean,
Yeah,
it's more the implication of some of the other
yeah.
topics and what goes on in amongst it. But boys,
There's some,
it's an
you
awesome
got,
time to release music. Here we go. The new album, Get Rich or Cry Trying, is a great name in itself. This is a cool visual. Tell us a little bit about this little photo shoot.
Oh, our mate Beck, Rocky
Ryochi.
Balboa.
Yeah,
Beck, he's amazing. We love you, Beck.
she's an Italian stallion from Suffolk Park, and we just played a 40th party.
Yep.
Oh, we met the guys from Lemon Tree. They want to talk to us about booking, which is cool.
Yeah, that's where Desiree comes
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
Regan. No, that's a different one.
No, that's still the same company.
No, it's a different one.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because Tash Sultana's signed to them as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah,
Very
we've
cool.
been chatting. We met some pretty big bookers on the weekend. Yes. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Beck did that photo shoot for us in a place called the Smoking Camel, which is a Moroccan bar in Byron. It's really
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, cool. And some other little album covers. Great little. It almost looks AI art. This one for nails. It's pretty cool.
It almost does, yeah.
And we'll flick on to Perfect at the moment. We'll play a little bit of that right now. Here we go.
Get lit up with it.
No.
I mean,
There we go. That's a cool one too. That there's not a person there that wasn't having a good time, surely.
yeah, that's Rabbits Eat Lettuce Festival.
Yeah, shout out Rabbits Eat Lettuce.
We're playing there again this year. It should be good.
Very cool. Very cool. And you boys have been in amongst an album tour.
Yeah.
A few more gigs kind of lined up. Obviously, there's a couple of quick ones coming up as well into the future. 15th to the 3rd. Polygamous Festival, New South Wales. Have you got anything else coming up before that?
It's in Bellingen. We are River Sounds is after that. We are doing lots of private shows at the moment, just so that we can get rich or cry trying.
Yeah.
And so if anyone needs some weddings, funerals, brisses,
bar
mitzvahs,
divorce parties,
strip poker.
You do it all, which is cool.
We are strippers as well.
Yeah, we're mostly doing stripping at the moment. Our OnlyFans is blowing up. It's been great. Lots of foot stuff at the moment. Yeah, we've been
When you're out of the room before, we touched with Coasty about kind of when music kind of got in his hands as far as instruments and what he got to play, and lyrics are big for you. What else is in your repertoire, Will?
For instruments?
Yeah.
I played violin from when I was 3. My mum taught me. She studied in Japan, Suzuki method.
Yeah.
She taught us my three brothers, my brother and my sister and I, all violin since we were little, 3. I'm doing that with my little fella now.
Great.
And we weren't allowed to quit. We just had to swap instruments. So when I was getting teased and I was 13, I started playing guitar and learned some Jimi Hendrix stuff. And then I was cool again.
Absolutely.
And then yeah, started learning how to sing because I saw all of the singers were hooking up more than me. And then I saw trumpeters just absolutely demolishing everything. And I saw Fat Freddy's drop and Cat Empire on one weekend and more in Sydney, and I went and bought a trumpet. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see a few of those influences in amongst your stuff as well. But you're very much a unique element. I'm sure there's others out there replicating you guys now. You guys are kind of about to, if you aren't already, blowing up with some festivals. So I think 25 is going to be a big one.
Yeah, I hope so.
What else is coming up for you guys as far as, you've always no doubt got something in the works?
Yeah, we've been planning pretty big year festies this year, and hoping we've been applying for lots. Great. And hopefully getting some bookers on board, which would be cool. We've just recorded a 6-track EP that is got some of our best work on it so far.
Pretty fun.
And we've got a 12-track album called Trash Static, which is just like bogan rock punk songs.
But awesome. Great little change up.
They're real heinous. It's like kind of shoving our fingers up at ourselves.
Perfect. Get to do some serious shredding. In amongst that last song, God, there's some great range there. The horns were huge. The solos were great. Mate, how often do you get to play as a big band with the extension?
We normally play the Bruns Hotel once a year or twice a year, and we get to do about 6 or 7 people with that.
Yep.
But I actually feel like we're starting to sound best as a quartet, maybe.
Yeah, I think
it's just we're getting really tight. We're going to start doing, I think this year we're going to, because lots of our songs are starting to get a bit more tracky, and everyone does track, but we were always like, let's just be the only band in the whole festival that doesn't actually play the track. But we might be starting to play a track. Because I don't know, we went to Splendor and everything, and literally just everyone just had huge track. Yep. And they just danced around. And I was like, this isn't that entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even like some of my favorite musicians, I was like, I'm not getting anything from this. But yeah, that's probably because I'm a live music. Like I love watching live music because I play it. I don't know.
Just on that, give us a band each or an act each that we should be looking at or following that's kind of really killing it at the moment for you guys that you're really resonating with.
Probably Skaggs.
Skaggs are cool.
Yep.
There's a dude I really like at the moment called Baby No Money.
Oh yeah, he's sick.
I've been frothing on Baby No Money, and there's a chick called Cobra.
Okay.
Cobra's real filthy.
Cool.
There's a song called Good Puss, which is incredible. That was like our inspiration for Lit.
Yeah, great.
Baby No Money. Who else were we sort of looking at for our last album? Like
Young Gravy.
Yeah, Young Gravy.
Great name, man. Great name.
Yeah, they're pretty feral. They're bad boys.
I've been listening to Drake a lot and Kendrick Lamar a lot.
And lots of Doechii.
Oh, Doechii, yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of like house as well, and sort of like euphoric lo-fi hip hop study beats.
Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. So you guys, the bit I love about you is you don't take yourselves too seriously. You get out there and absolutely have fun. It's great to hear some of this stuff is super tight live because it kind of looks like it's super hard to pull off for me. But you guys, you've been playing together so long, it kind of comes naturally to you guys now.
Yeah, and I think people also appreciate stuff ups, like when it's not perfect. If you actually fully bomb something, and you're like, "Oh, sorry," everyone's like, "Yeah," like because it doesn't happen in big shows. Like people just like people demand perfection. People like have auto-tune in their vocals these days, so it's like absolutely perfect. I'm like, man, kind of missing the point, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Hitting or busting up some of those high notes are all part of the gig, mate. All part of the gig.
Busting strings, busting your knees.
Yeah, yeah.
Busting nuts.
Is there one venue kind of around that you haven't played at that you'd love to?
Red Rocks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or Madison
Square Garden.
That'll do it too. Yeah, yeah. So who would obviously you guys would be headlining? Who would open for you?
Who would open for it?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Shannon Knoll.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, maybe Jay-Z.
It's really cool to always ask that. And is there another instrument you guys wouldn't mind picking up and play? Something you haven't done?
I really need to learn keys.
Yep.
I do so much. I do a lot of producing from this studio, like 3 times a week, and every time I'm like, all right, it'd be really cool with some keys on it. I'm like, oh, I don't.
Yep. Well, it just happens to know you know a good man on keys.
I can just write it in. Check it out. I'll just write it in. Are you playing keys?
No. No. Will's a man though.
Yeah.
It's really exciting, mate. It's really exciting to hear and connect with you guys. Hopefully you can get down to Melbourne sometime soon. I see a place, well, definitely the Night Cat in Melbourne. You would absolutely kill it.
Yeah.
Put in a good word for us. Maybe get them to reach out.
Yeah, we had a sick one at the retreat. We did an album launch at the retreat, and it was our first gig where people were like fully singing all the lyrics. It was mad.
Yeah, that was special. That's our first album launch of the tour.
Yeah, we're incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky in Melbourne to have so much on. Brunswick Festival is on this weekend coming up, which is massive. It's about 7 or 8 days and 100 odd acts. It'll be huge. So we're super lucky. There's bars like Luli Tavern and the Gem that do a whole day, and they're probably a kilometre and a bit away from each other, and you play both venues on the day. So dudes just keep rolling around between venues. It's all free, and it's really cool. So
sounds like what happens every time we go to Melbourne. Have the most fun and do like a full bender for like a week. And just see like 20 million musicians that are better than us, and go like, oh man, I didn't practice.
What does that just on that? What does that do? Because that could drive some people crazy, but obviously, does that spur you on to just be more creative?
Yeah, I'm glad I don't live there. I think I'd be intimidated if I lived there, but I'm happy being the big fish in the small pond up here. You know, like Melbourne is like pretty hardcore. Everyone's too good, and I don't know. I really appreciate it, and I love visiting it, but also it's way too cold and shit for me to live there.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
My sister lives there. She's got a cool band.
What band did you say?
Yeah, she has a band called Don't Thank Me, Spank Me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love them. Great.
And Tech Ensemble as well. She's in that.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Very cool.
Sick.
They've got a couple of gigs. Well, they definitely got a gig for Brunswick Festival as well this weekend. So they're out and about.
Yeah. Busy times.
Absolutely. So make sure you get out there and see Don't Thank Me, Spank Me. They've just put out an album, which is a killer, absolute killer.
Yeah.
Let's give them some love.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play one more, and we're going to have a quick chat and send you off on your way. Thanks for joining me, boys. It's easy to kill 45 minutes to an hour with you boys, so thank you for being so generous with your time tonight. It's so cool to be able to play these clips in full almost, and we're just going to finish off with Designer.
Thank you. We feel so appreciated and honored that you actually care and listen to us. It makes us feel very special.
I can tell you now, boys, so many more people have got to listen to you, boys. So hopefully it's only a matter of time. But you're doing all the right things to kind of do and get on your way and blow things up on social media. So hopefully all good honors to you, boys. And you just got to be at the right place at the right time to blow up.
And get the right surgery.
Yeah, we need a bit more surgery.
All right, here we go with Designer. Oh, what a killer.
You beauty.
How much fun, boys, is that to spend a whole day just trying on shit and having fun and recording it? The lyrics are killer. It's a killer song. Well done, boys.
That was a 2-hour job, that one.
Yeah, we did it. It was really painless, that one. He gave it to us on the night. He's like, what do you reckon? We're like, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what a great feeling when that comes together so
Yeah.
easily and seemingly effortlessly. But we are
Do you
obviously
know
can
St.
appreciate.
Lane, the guy who we did it
Yeah,
with?
yeah,
Yeah, he's a
yeah.
bad boy. He's
Really
mad.
cool.
Bad,
Um,
bad man.
Bad man.
Very
is there
good.
anyone you want to collaborate with and call out on the show and get them on to one of your next tracks?
Definitely Diplo, Still Woozy, Remy Wolf, Snoop Dogg,
Flume.
Yeah, yep.
Anderson Paak,
Oh,
Bruno Mars.
There you go. Great
Oh,
lineup.
boys.
Call them all
Hook us
out.
up, boys.
Yeah, for sure.
I know you're watching this.
And just tell me, is there? I touched on kind of where you want to play. Now, there's another 4 or 5 songs on that 10-track album that's just been put out. Get out amongst that and see. But is there another clip that you could or were expecting to put together out of that album?
We were going to do Cash from Dad.
yeah.
That was on the cards, but we kind of ran out. We were recording at the same time that he was available. Oh, and one time out, we have a really incredible videographer. We got 2 actually. One is called Lachlan Kramer, and one is called Harry with Harry. What's Harry's last name? Harry Son, and he has a company called EC Media, and they are incredible.
Yeah. East.
I thought it was like Harry Smith.
I don't know. Yeah, Harry San is his Facebook.
He's
name,
a legend.
I don't know his actual. Brother.
They work together and get in their epic team. We actually have another film clip coming out from that, which is called Water Goes.
Oh yeah, Water Goes coming out.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, we start it by throwing our leg ropes away like it's a real it's a faux pas in Byron Bay. There's like rules against surfing without leg ropes and stuff. And we were just like, oh, I know how to trigger half of the population of this town.
Yeah, well done. Well done. You got to shake shit up. Let's face it.
Yeah.
You guys would be bored shitless if the world stopped and you guys couldn't get out there and do your thing. So thanks for making us happy. That's the most important part. Enjoy live music. I cannot wait to see you guys live. Cut some crazy moves like you boys do in some crazy gear and just literally have fun. So I can't wait to see you at a festival soon. All respect to you guys. Can't wait to see the next music you put out. Touch base with us again in the future. And hopefully Versace boys are on the big way up. See you soon.
Thank you so much.
See you soon. Let's go up shopping.
Namaste. You.
Anytime in Melbourne. See you soon.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
What a great chat to have with the boys from the Versace boys, Will and Alex. That was a killer hour or so. And really cool to hear that Will was actually related to Esther. Didn't even realize that. So it's obviously you can share a last name, but that means nothing these days until it's called out that you're related. But make sure you get out to this one. The Brunswick Festival on this weekend kicks off. There's a few gigs for you to check out. I'm just going to call out 2, which is Sunday. The first one is at Stay Gold in Melbourne. Fair lineup, just quietly, with Frenzy, who got one of the last couple of gigs before they take off again. Keegan, Maggie Pills, Emily South, Elizabeth M. Drummond, Elle Macott, Maxine Gillian. Make sure you get to that one. Or you got to pick just not far from there down on the main road of Sydney Road. You've got the Bergie as well with Aardvark, Dog World, Entertainment Unit, Gush, Heavy Amber, Hot Pistol, Crystal Pistol, Hot Machine, Rub, Tile, and Zombeaches. So that's going to be a massive day as well. There's plenty out there to see. Please grab yourself a friend or grab a friend for the day. You'll find one at Brunswick Festival, that's for sure. But most importantly, do me a favor tonight or tomorrow or this week. Ring a friend you haven't spoken to for a while and say, we're going to a gig and we're going to have some fun. Everyone out there needs you right now. The venues need you. We're hearing that the gasometer in Melbourne's about to close again. That's going to be another venue that could potentially go down and die. We can't afford venues to go down. We need great places to play great music. So get out there and support live music. Thanks for joining me on episode 171 of So What's Been Happening. This has been fun. I look forward to replaying this one. It'll be an audio podcast as well, posted up in the next day or so. We'll snap up a few clips that the boys put together, because we all know that everyone can't absorb an hour these days, but watch it slowly, watch it with a friend, have some fun, look back at the old catalog too. See you out there soon.